Hello, how are you? Now this week I'm going to start off by talking about Michael Moore and his documentary Where to Invade Next. Now you either love or hate Michael Moore's personality-driven style of documentary filmmaking. However, with this documentary I feel that there's a lightness, a sense of humour to this film which makes it a little bit more accessible, which is good news if you're not a huge Michael Moore fan. Where to Invade Next actually reminds me of a lovely French documentary that Rialto channel played last year called Tomorrow. One of the directors is French actress Melanie Laurent, and it had a really positive tone to it. They went around the world looking at all the amazing things that people are doing to fight climate change. And in a little way, Michael Moore's film has that same sense of positivity. In his case, he goes and looks at the way a whole lot of different countries deal with issues such as education, looking after their workforce, and prisoner rehabilitation. Okay, at this point it gets a little negative because he then looks at all these issues and compares the way these countries deal with them to the way America deals with them. The idea being that he's going to steal all these successful, good ideas for America, take them home to America, and then of course Americans can claim them as their own. So Moore has this little gimmick that he does, and he walks around and he places an American flag in offices and schools and prisons, and this is a sign of invasion. But really this is just a gimmick. You know, the best thing about this film are the people that he talks to and the alternative ideas that he presents, the ones that are tried and tested, and it makes for informative as well as entertaining documentary. Now, if you're a die-hard Star Wars fan, then you might want to catch S3 in 1976. You don't need me to tell you that S3 was, of course, the British studio in which the first Star Wars film was shot in. And this documentary looks at the lives of some of the small bit part actors and the extras who found themselves part of this much-loved franchise. It's funny. There are some quite good stories to be told, but it's also just a touch sad and a little bit of a reminder that not all actors make it. Actually, very few do. And finally this week, Effie Gray screens on Saturday evening. It stars Dakota Fanning and Emma Thompson. It is a somber, slightly slow, but impeccably crafted and very well acted period piece that tells the pretty fascinating story actually of Effie Gray. When she was 19, Effie Gray lived in Victorian times. When she was 19, she married the prominent art writer, art historian and critic John Ruskin. However, Ruskin refused to consummate the marriage. So 5 years down the track, needless to say, Effie's kind of had enough of John and makes some decisions that cause quite a stir within society. So there you go, something highbrow for the Saturday evening. We'll see you next week.